one of the Froms with Dan, and in today's video we are going to be taking a look at some of the weirdest skin collections in all of Counter-Strike. My inventory and my collection is pretty widespread. I just have a bunch of skins that I think look cool. I save some mostly old, kind of cheap crafts. Like for example, this one I've saved just because I think it looks very nice. Stuff like this, which isn't a super expensive craft, but it looks very nice in my opinion. So I would say my collection is pretty normal, but there are some very strange CS collectors out there. And now before we take a look at the weirdest collections, I want to thank today's video sponsor, which is SkinsMonkey. SkinsMonkey is one of the best and easy to use trading sites for CS2, and it's perfect to switch up your loadout to play with new skins. And by using the link in the description or using code ANOMALY, you get a deposit bonus of up to 35%, which is crazy. And if you're doing your first trade on SkinsMonkey, you can put code ANOMALY and get up to $5 for free. Plus, they've got a bunch of extras like freebies for free skins and free balance, and they've also got 24/7 live support. So if you want to try them out, then do so from the link in the description, and thank you once again SkinsMonkey for sponsoring this video. Okay, so the first collection we're going to be taking a look at is this guy, Sergeant. And as you may notice, his description says CS20 float collector and classic enjoyer. Basically, this guy only has 4 pages in his inventory, but they're all very rare skins from the CS20 case. This includes literally every single gun skin from the CS20 case in either the best or worst float possible. And for the knives, it's very impressive because like he said, he's a classic knife enjoyer. So he has got a lot of classic knives, stat track and factory new, which is incredibly rare. As you can just see by this page alone, he's got a lot of the #1 classic knives that exist, and even both the highest and the lowest float op wildfire that exist. Also, he's got the highest classic boreal forest and stat track classic boreal forest. Why? This is a very cool inventory because obviously he's just focusing on the CS20 case and the collection and the classic knife, which is an ultra specific niche of collecting. I do feel a little sad for him though, because classic knife is one of the only knives that don't exist in all skins in Stat Track Factory New. Classic knife urban masked Stat Track Factory New literally doesn't exist because it hasn't been unboxed yet. Unlucky. Next collector I actually checked a while back on my stream, and it's 666. And as you might guess, he collects 666 float. Now this isn't as easy to spot as a #1 best or worst float, because they, if you have the add-on, just shine gold or silver in your inventory. These do not. So therefore these are also pretty just annoying to collect, but also don't command that much of an overpay. This one is insane. A Souvenir Irradiated Alert 0.666 factory new, because this is a float capped skin, so this is very rare in factory new, let alone with 666 float. And yeah, he's got a ton of different skins, all in 666 float, either battle scarred 0.666 or factory new 0.0666. I think this guy 666 and my dad, judging by my dad's t-shirts, would be pretty good friends. He's even got some stuff like this 0.000666. So I guess it doesn't matter how many zeros you have as long as it's followed by 666. Holy shit, I noticed he even has a souvenir Welcome to the Jungle with that same float, and a souvenir Eye of Horus with that float. That has to be pretty rare. No way. He's got a Karambit case hardened 0.666, and the amount of blue on the front play side is 6.6. What? I noticed he's also got a bunch of these charms in 666. This guy has to just be on permanent lookout for floats and the charms. This isn't something that just you get easily. So 666, very interesting inventory. Next guy isn't really a collector, it's more of a weird collection. It's this guy called Sell Only, and the reason he's in this list is because he has 80,000 Operation Broken Fang stickers. 3,228 inventory pages. That's retarded. Just the battle scarred holo, you're looking at 11 pages of them, and these are now like $25 each. And I can't even properly load his inventory because there's just too many items. 80,000, like why? Next collector basically only focuses on one item, and the collector is Judicious Use of Deadly Force, and his speciality is Operation Bravo Pass, and I guess keys as well. But look at how many Operation Bravo passes he has. That is actually insane. He has 466 Operation Bravo passes, and they're listed on Steam for €300 each. That's 100 150,000 euro. What the fuck? This is the weirdest collection I've ever seen. I'm not sure if it's a collection or if he's an investor, but no matter what, this is fucking very weird. The next collector is someone I can confidently say is not an investor, and it's this Chinese guy. And the reason he's not an investor is because he collects vanilla skins only, and all of them have 4 crown foil. Obviously, he crafted all of these because there's no way to trade vanilla skins, so he must have crafted all of these, and just look at how many there are. Like, it's so stupid. Every single vanilla skin with crowns. I guess he also likes Mr. Chef for whatever reason. In total, he wasted 64 crown foils just to craft these 16 skins. And since they're almost 500 euro each, he spent over 31,000 euro. And he can't even sell these if he wanted to. He just crafted for the love of the game. Someone who outdoes him, though, is this guy, Chris. Because he's crafted every single Deagle vanilla with a Kato 14 paper. And look, he's got every single sticker crafted on the Deagle. Like, it doesn't stop. He's got so many. And for some, he's even got multiple. Like this one, where the Titan paper is up to the left from the trigger, and this one, where it's all the way in the front. So he's made multiple crafts per sticker. Like, why? Here's another Titan, and the stickers on the handle. Like, what? This guy wasted so much money crafting these vanilla Deagles. I don't understand why. But at least, I guess it's a pretty unique and weird collection. Next collector is my friend Remix, who doesn't really have a weird collection. It's just very unique. He collects a bunch of skins, mostly red-colored skins, in the best float possible. So Deagle Crimson Web, #1 float in the world. Just look how many golden symbols there are in his inventory, which means that they're the #1 float in the world. Like, Remix is not playing around, which is very interesting, and that's sick to see all these #1 floats in a pretty well color-coordinated inventory. Someone who also likes floats, but not the best kind, is Booday. And he likes the worst floats, which is why he only collects the highest float possible of just a bunch of random skins. Like, even this one from the new Fever case, look how many 9s there are in the float. And look, it just keeps going. He just has so many of the worst wait, what? He has the worst float M4 Fade, and it still looks absolutely flawless. Nice, Valve. Oh my god! This one is rounded up to float just 1, because it has so many 9s, it automatically rounds up to 1. Are you fucking kidding me? But yeah, basically, he just loves skins that look like shit, and he probably paid a ton for these to have basically the world's best worst collection. What? One collection I'm very jealous of is Mr. Lucky Cactus. And no, it's not really a weird collection, it's just for 2025, very niche and old school. He collects slaughter knives, but only if they have the #1 best pattern and the lowest float, meaning diamond pattern or even double diamond. For example, this StatTrack Karambit, which has a very nice, pretty centered diamond. This is by far the knife I am most jealous of him having, because I used to own this exact pattern, 349, many times in the past in field tested and minimal wear, and he has it in factory new, and I'm jealous because in my opinion, it's by far the best diamond pattern possible on a Karambit, and back in the day, 2014-15, this was the peak of CS collecting. This was so rare, and one of the most wanted skins in general. I need to see his bayonet as well. Is it double diamond? Yeah, double diamond. Oh my god, this is so nostalgic to me. Overall, Lucky Cactus, insane collection, not that weird, but very niche. Now, just like with the CS20 collectors, there's a lot of autists collecting in CS, and one of them is the Bread Boy. And he is a certified paracord enjoyer because he only collects by float paracord knives. #1 worst float and worst float stat track and all of these different best floats. You see, he just likes paracords. Other than paracords in his inventory, he only has 2 skins, an Op Safari Mesh and a P250 Sand Dune. What? This is peak CS Autism, and I love it. Yeah, look, bro, I like to collect paracords. It's just like, I like trains. From one autist to another, this is a very nice collection. Another single knife autist collector actually made it into his name, and it's David Bowie knife. Even though his upper item showcase is very much a flex, his lower one speaks of deeply rooted childhood trauma. No, I'm kidding. I actually think collections like these are very cool, even though they are weird. Look at how many Bowie knives he has. Every single Bowie knife in factory new, and some are even by far the best float available. Overall, sick collection, and I actually love it when people start collecting one item and just stick with that item. One of probably the most niche collectors in today's video is from this guy, Evil Eye, and his coolest collection is just from the the Nuke collection, the old ones with the radiation hazard and the fallout warnings. And the reason these are all cool is because they're not your average Nuke souvenir. They all have these ultra unique all-star stickers, which were only available from one game ever, and that game took place on Nuke. And as you can see, they were all dropped in the All-Star match between All-Star Team America and All-Star Team Europe. So they can only have 10 different MVP autographs, 5 from All-Star America and 5 from Team Europe. And as you probably know, all the skins from the Nuke collection are float capped for factory new, making them very, very rare, even in minimal wear. But this guy still managed to collect a lot of them in minimal wear, and even 2 Tech 9s and 2 P250s, which are ultra rare. And here's one of the P250s with a Nico signature, and one of the Tech 9s also with a Nico signature. These are just so unique and cool, and I guarantee you a lot of people watching this video won't even know these are a thing. The next collector collects a skin that I don't really like, and Willem Holleder specializes in AK blue laminates. The reason I don't like these too much is because I used to open them all the time back in the day, and they were not that expensive. But this guy's collection is far from that, because as you can see, all these AKs have 4 Kato stickers on them, and he even has duplicates of some of them. I don't know why. And he name tagged them 1 and 2. Are you kidding me? I don't know. This is very weird. I buy Power 4 of them. He's got Reason 4 of them. Titan on a StatTrack factory new. Very interesting collection that also probably cost him a lot of money and took him a long time to assemble, and also clearly points towards childhood trauma. And the last 2 people in this collection collect exactly what you're looking at: agents. Starting off with Caleb, he has a ton of agents, but the interesting thing about these agents is that they all have the Bayonet Frog patch, which is considered the rarest patch to put on an agent and also the most expensive one. Right now it's $413, and about a year ago it was almost $600. And you can see he also collects the unapplied Bayonet Frog patches. Very interesting. And the final collector, Maze Derp, also collects Bayonet Frog agents, but maybe a bit more impressive because he only collects agent skins that have 3 Bayonet Frogs. So each of these agents has a total combined patch value applied to them of $1,200, which is insane. And I guarantee you, when he goes in-game and plays with these, almost no one is gonna recognize just how rare these patches are and how expensive they are. And there we have it. Those are mine, Remix's, and Envy's favorite picks of the weirdest collections that are out there. Maybe you got inspired to collect some on your own, or you just thought it was interesting to see just how deep collecting in CS really goes and how niche your collection can become. And now I'm gonna go write my last will because I've spent all these years collecting and I don't have a specialized collection yet. My collection is just all over the place. Fuck. Whoopee!